To all our children, welcome back to our story about what's happening in the little village, the 5-stream village. Now, I remember last time that Joe had an encounter with the bad boys, the wild pigs from the Kapart village, and he told him that he changed his life and that he's following Jesus now. But he's not out of the woods yet, as we said. He still owes those kids a lot of money. So today we're going to listen about what happened, about his debt and his problems and the challenges he have. So yet again the kids were outside playing in 5-stream village, and all of them were together, but they were shaking about what happened the last time with Joe and in his encounter with his old friends, who were really bad people. And so they were sitting there, and then Ruby the rabbit asked Joe, "So Joe, what happened now and what's going to happen in future?" So Joe told him that he was involved with these kids and they did really bad things. One of the things they did was that they had drugs, and they sold drugs to other kids. And in the drug business, it's very dangerous and very difficult. So what happened to Joe is they gave him money, and he enjoyed having money, but he had to pay it back. And the ways he had to pay it back was to do some little jobs for the bad guys. And some of that little jobs was very, very bad jobs. It was sometimes to go and hurt other people and other boys, to fight with people and other boys, and sometimes he had to bring stuff, their bad stuff, to other houses or other places where they hide them. So he was in real trouble, and it didn't mean that he's following Jesus, that all his problems will be gone now, and that he has new friends, that all his problems will just fly away and vanish. And sometimes this happens with us children, that if we change our lives and we follow Jesus, it doesn't mean that our problems will vanish with that. So Joe is still in big trouble. So all the other kids were really now concerned about him. So Cyril the squirrel then asked Joe, "So how much money do you owe to Boris and his friends?" And then Joe said he was very shy about this. He had a lot of remorse about this, and he said to the other kids that he still owed them €2,300. And then Lucy said, "But that is a lot of money. That's too much money. How are they going to get that type of money? Where is Joe going to get that type of money?" And then Joe said, "Yes, my mom and dad doesn't even have so much money." And then Maeve the deer said, "That is really a big problem. That is something that we should think about." And then Ben the badger said, "But we still need to help Joe. What are we going to do?" Rosie the rook was there as well, and she said, "I don't think we will be able to get such a lot of money. Where are we going to get it?" So Maeve the deer said, "But let's listen to some wisdom from the Bible. I want to read you a passage, and let's find out what we can do according to this passage in the Bible." And this is what Maeve read to all the other kids, and it's in Psalm 34, and this is what Maeve read to them. "I prayed to the Lord, and he answered me. He freed me from all my fears. The oppressed look to him and are glad. They will never be disappointed. The helpless call to him, and he answers. He saves them from all their troubles. His angel guards those who honor the Lord and rescues them from dangers." And when Cyril the squirrel heard this, he said, "Maeve, you just read that the Lord will help us out of all our troubles, and that there will be an angel to help us through and to protect us during all this trouble. And that's probably what's going to happen with Joe as well. The Lord will help him and the Lord will protect him in all his troubles. But then Ruby the rabbit said, oh, we still need to get that money. And how are we going to get it? So they're starting to talk about all the ways. Ben the badger said, we should try to do a fundraising for Joe. And then Joe said, but yeah, how are we going to do a fundraising? So then Rosie the rook said, but it's very, very expensive to start a fundraising, because if we want to rent a GAA club, they're going to ask us €400 for the day, and that's too much money for us to have a fundraiser in the GAA club. Yes, said Ruby, that'll be very hard for us to rent a venue or a place to have a fundraiser for Joe. And then Lucy the rat said, but we can run to the houses and we can have containers and try to collect money. And then Ruby the rabbit said, but that won't bring us enough money. And then Maeve the deer said also, to collect €2,300 will be very hard. And then Cyril the squirrel came up with an idea. Cyril the squirrel said, I think we should all get a job, and all the money we make from our job we will give to Joe so that he can pay those bad boys. And then Joe said, but it's going to be very hard on you to get a job and you're going to work just for me. And Ruby said, that's fine, Joe, you are our friends now. You are our friend now, and we really want to help you. And so said Ben the badger as well. No, Joe, we need to help you. You are our friend, and we're going to stand by you. So all of the kids decided that they're going to find a job, and that they're going to use the money that they can make from that job and give it to Joe so that he can pay to get out of his troubles with Boris and Slane and all the other bad boys that he was involved with. And next time we're going to talk about how every child in the village got himself a job somewhere so that they can raise all the money, all the €2,300 to help Joe out of his troubles. So till next time, till we talk again, goodbye and have a good week.